Hello, Gary Cody here from the Innovative Curriculum Resource Project. And today what I want to do is I wanted to talk about um, the engage part of the 5E lesson process. And, this is the part where the first step with the students, you try to get them involved in doing something. And one of the best things to do is get some type of activity for them. And the one I want to demonstrate here is called the circle activity. And I hope you appreciate it. I tell you, I certainly did when I first saw this. So let me get my camera up here on the screen so you can see what I'm doing. I've got a sheet of paper here, 8.5 by 11. I've got a pair of scissors, and I've got a little, like an aspirin a bottle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top off this, and hopefully you're getting some supplies for you, because the best thing about doing a project is you actually do it yourself. And so I'm going to wait here a little bit, and I want you to think a little bit. I mean, take a look what I've got here. I've got an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I've got something that's round, all right, um, anywhere, from an inch to 3 inches, scissors. And if you look at this, I know a lot of us right now are doing online teaching. These are what could we consider these? Uh, I'll let you think a little bit here. Maybe you can jot it down on a piece of paper or just call it out. Uh, but these are all kind of things that students have at home. It's not like I had to have them run out to the store and buy something here. So, all right, let me get started here. So the first thing I want to do is grab my pencil, and I'm going to go down here into the corner of my sheet of paper, and I'm going to draw around the outside of this cap. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut this circle out. And you kind of got to do a nice job on this, because if you don't, here in a few minutes here, I'll show you what'll happen is if you don't get a nice round circle out of this. Now, if you don't have scissors, hang on. We'll allow you to do the same thing here with this. I'm going to show you here in a minute what you can do if you don't have those scissors in front of you. All right, so I cut out that circle. I'm going to set it right there. The next thing I want to do is I want to take this sheet of paper, and I'm going to go on the opposite side over here from where and I'm just going to fold this. Just fold it over, maybe about an inch, inch and a half. Make a nice crease in it. And what it does is it gives us a nice line to follow. All right. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my circle, and I'm going to put a little mark on my circle right there. All right. And at the same time, I'm going to put a little mark on my piece of paper right there. And I'm going to call that my starting point. Now, if you didn't have scissors, what you can do is you can follow along with me. Take that round object you got, put a little mark on it, a little tick mark on it, so you can keep track of it. I'm going to do mine with the paper. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to line those two marks up right there. And I'm gently, and this is the part that you got to do very carefully. Oops, I slid a little bit. And you just roll it down here. And I'm sliding on my paper, trying to follow that line that you folded. And right there, I come to the end. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, lay it down. I'm going to put a little mark in it right there. All right. So I got a starting point and I got an ending point right here. And if we talk about this, is there something that describes this length right here? What is this length that I just created here on the piece of paper? Anybody got an idea? I know it's going back to geometry here a little bit. What do we call that? What do we call this? I know we said a round object, but basically I drew a circle. Yeah, that's the circumference. We just basically laid the circumference out here. So next what I want to do is I want to take this round object that I have. Now this is one of the reasons why you needed to cut it out. So maybe you can do the same thing. Maybe you can do the same thing with that pill container. But this is the one reason why I want to draw it out. So what have I just created here? What is this right along here? There's a name for that right there. If you got a piece of paper, maybe you can write that down. Then we'll have you turn it in. It'll be some type of a formative assessment on this. Anyway, yeah, that's the diameter. That's the diameter of that circle. So what I'm going to do with this diameter now is I'm going to put it on a line. Now we're going to find out if I rolled my circle properly. So I'm going to put that diameter right across there. I'm going to go once, twice, then I'm going to go a third time. Oh, good, 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 good. Because I was supposed to end up with just a little space here at the end. So basically I've gone 1, 2, 3 times the diameter and then a little bit more. Now, I'm going to take this now and I'm going to fold it in half again. Fold it in half again, right across that diameter. Crease that paper, nice. And what do I have now? What is this little section right here? Is there a term for that when we're working with circles? Yeah, hopefully you come up, it's the radius. It's the radius. And the radius is half of the diameter. It's half of the diameter. Okay, so we're talking 0.5 of the diameter. If I take this and go end to end here, again, fold this end right here towards the center of the circle. All right, like that. What do I have now? How much of the diameter do I have now? I have half of this, which is 0.25. And then let's go one more time. I'm going to fold this one more time in half, end to end. All right, so there we go. And what's that distance now? That's 0.125 of the diameter. So I'm going to add a D right here. 0.125 of the diameter. So I'm going to take this now and I'm going to stick this right over here. All right. And basically it looks like we are 3 times the diameter. So we got 3 and a little bit. I'm going to go 0.125 times the diameter. Now, if we think about a circle, think about some type of a constant, some type of a constant. What constant are you thinking of whenever you think of a circle? You know, I like to think about cherry and apple and strawberry rhubarb. Yeah, pi. What is pi? Pi is, I think, 0.1416, and you know, it kind of goes on and on and on. So, hey, look at this. If we substituted pi in here for this 3.125 that we got, I'd have pi times the diameter equals what? What was this overall length that we had here? What was that overall length? What did we call that? Yeah, we called that the circumference. So basically, what have we done here? What have we done with this project here? What have we accomplished here with the students? Um, I mean, what's great about it? What's great about CTE and a project like this with Career and Tech Ed? What's great is it's hands-on. It's kids actually are involved, engaged in doing something. It's different than the teacher, drawing a circle on the board, showing the circumference, this, throwing the equation up, and handing out a worksheet for the students. The students actually derive this. And I'll tell you what, I was shown this few months ago, and I go, oh my goodness, now I can keep track of the difference between the circumference formula for a circle and the area for it. So the other thing is, you can have your students, take that sheet of paper and they can write on there and document what those little pieces are there. So once again, this is an engaged thing. This is to get the kids involved, get them excited. I know this is, about a circle and everything. So what you got to do in your particular career and tech ed area, when you start out a lesson, try to find something. Try to find something that some type of an exercise with the kids to get them engaged and going. So anyway, I want to thank you. Remember, this is the engage portion of this and the 5E lesson process. So be sure to engage those students, get them going. They will certainly enjoy this. So thank you.